Well, I already did a video of video game commercials, so the logical next step would be the trailers and how now they have way more time and everything to get their point across. So it's more interesting what a company can do when they have that much more freedom, especially trying to show how the game is and having more wider eyes compared to a commercial, which granted is only on like TV space, but generally trailers shown during big events, major reveals, so now they have a chance to try and really highlight what their game is about and what they're trying to show the audience. So I got some examples already here, and then just like last time, there'll be an end discussion, me and my friend talking about random trailers and stuff. So let's go in. Also, like last time, I can't show some of these full trailers because some of these trailers go on for a long time. So as before, the link for the trailers will always be in the description so you can watch it yourself, because this is not a commercial not a minute long. This can be long, something like 5 minutes long. Right off the bat, going with Jump Force, the announcement trailer that I remember people kept saying, man, remember when we all thought Jump Force was going to be good? Every time I hear that, I always go, who the hell is we? I didn't think that. I thought it looked mad, especially with the giant abuse of particle effects. It's like, oh yes, this is what I want from Jump characters in real life locations. Sure, great, why? It just didn't look anywhere near as appealing as something like Victory Versus, which felt like it was having way more fun celebrating everything that it was shown in Jump. So no, I was not excited for this, but hey, this trailer clearly won people over, considering people thought this game was gonna be something up their alley, and that final shot with freaking El and Ryuk, freaking Light and Ryuk just baffling people at the end. That is, wow, that's still funny, because like, why put them at the end stinker? What was the point? What was the idea you were going for with that? This trailer for the Soul Calibur 5 guest character Ezio Auditore from the Assassin's Creed franchise. I don't know why, I just really love this trailer. I love how it's framed. I love the whole entire cutout where it's showing highlight the idea that we're seeing this from an animus. There's a bug going on. Having Ezio show up, just highlighting his moveset, just feels super fun. Clearly it's trying to be more like Ubisoft style cinematic and everything, which I feel like can make the trailer go on for a bit longer than it needs to. And also, since there's not really seem to be any really new lines for Ezio recorded, they couldn't really do much of trying to emphasize a rivalry aspect with them. Granted, Calibur 5's issue that there's not much story in it to begin with. Learning what's in there is not exactly good, but I just really like how they portray and hype up Ezio, even if Ezio was leaked before this trailer came out. So kind of took some thunder away from this whole entire reveal. Also, weird idea that Ezio doesn't know certain things like holograms, referred to as, I saw a weird moving painting in this actual franchise, and he sees Nightmare with this freaking all-powerful ability, stealing souls, and he's just like, yeah, I got this, sure, I can take this. I know the whole turnstone of the Apple of Eden, I got this. Dead Space 2 trailer that my friend sent me, which, oh my god, it looks so stylistic with how it's done. I really like how it looks. This feels like a case of the developers trying to go for this more stylistic approach, and then EA said, nah, we're gonna increase this game's budget with spending all the money on marketing, even if it doesn't actually represent the game at all. Because this feels like something more like, just feels like super cool. And the fact that apparently based on the description, this is not an announcement trailer, but it looks like it could be an announcement trailer with how it's set up. Like it's trying to like recap, highlight things. It's super cool and amazing, and damn, this looks so nice. I had to pick just one Batman Arkham trailer, and I had to go with the Arkham City Joker trailer, just because it's so cool how it's freaking directed and handled. It's just a super damn well done trailer, and the fact that like even have such good visuals in the game to be able to do this kind of thing with the in-game engine and models and everything is just so damn good. Like I hope whoever directed these like trailers like this for Rocksteady, I hope they got like a raise or anything, because they clearly deserve it with how good this trailer is. I remember watching this trailer a lot leading up to Arkham City's release because it's so damn good. This one, another one that I won't talk about here, but in the section of my friend, I showed it to them because apparently they never saw any of the Arkham trailers, and that's just what we'll do. They're so damn good. I don't want to say about my friend, the Left 4 Dead 2 teaser that can see some differences between the teaser and the final product, but just also the bigger emphasis on the, hey, run out of bullets, just use melee weapons aspect, which is super cool. It just made me realize the fact of how long Left 4 Dead is still, I won't say super popular, but it's still like a relevant thing to this day. Like, this isn't the game that people generally think about when it comes to like narrative or storytelling, but the characters are so beloved to this freaking day and still get used for memes, references, everything. And the fact that this game is still alive, despite the fact that it's only on one modern platform, which makes me think how crazy it is that it hasn't been ported anywhere else by this point, and never been ported only on freaking Xbox 360 and freaking PC. But just so crazy that just that the game is still alive to this day, and freaking just nuts. And this trailer is simple and to the point. So it's like, hey, another Left 4 Dead game, but hey, melee weapons, look at all this stuff you got to use now. That's super cool the way they emphasize it, just simple to the point, and also the personality of the characters that people love. That is good. The original trailer for the Devil May Cry reboot, that not many really remember nowadays, because most of the people just finished product or the Definitive Edition re-release. But this version of the game has like some story elements that felt like they had an idea for it, just didn't do anything with it in the actual final game. On top of the whole entire look, the way Dante looked, where he clearly tried to look more akin to like the original idea of going forward was like more Twilight-ish look, but just got a version of this game that just feels different. Like, well, no, they were never gonna actually use these ideas ever just for the trailer, but you can tell just how radically different Ninja Theory wanted things to be, or more so had to make things different. I don't remember Capcom had to put more freaking grind into them because they originally were freaking trying to make these two similar to the OG. But just more unique spin on it. But granted, as a Devil May Cry fan, yeah, I'm one of the people who are like, but I like Devil May Cry 4. What about Nero? I like Nero. And I went to the internet and found out people didn't like Nero, and I was like, wow, that'll suck. But yeah, this trailer, announcement trailer for the reboot game. The trailer for episode 2 of The Wolf Among Us. This one I specifically want to highlight just because of the fact that this whole entire freaking trailer basically has nothing to do with the actual game. Because of rewrites that happen and the long wait time between episode 1 and episode 2 of Telltale's The Wolf Among Us, so much of the stuff in this footage just never actually happens in the game at all due to story changes. It's just fascinating how this trailer is still the one you see in the game. They never made a new trailer for this, and this follows a completely different storyline than was actually used in the game, which is so nuts that it's still there. Just one of those relics of now it just misleads the player entirely, just not accurate at all, but just a crazy whole entire thing to think about, that an entire in-game trailer is just wrong and can set you up for a completely different impression you had for the game. Now, the one my friend sent me, this is the Metroid Prime Trilogy trailer, which this one, I don't have much to say about Metroid Prime. I don't like Metroid Prime, but I do want to highlight the fact that Metroid Prime was being made during an era where like more Japanese companies, like especially Capcom, or rely more on Western developers to make like versions of the games to appeal more to Western fans, because the whole stigma at the time that, oh, Japanese game industry isn't doing as well as the Western one. But it's crazy how, despite people trying to say how this is why Western developers shouldn't touch Japanese IPs, you have developers here, Retro Studio I believe, just making Metroid Prime and just nailing it at a point. Like, it doesn't matter what I think about Metroid Prime, the numbers show that people love Metroid Prime. That's a Western developer handling a Japanese IP, or even stuff like Rareware was like Donkey Kong Country and Donkey Kong 64 and stuff like that. So it's just a crazy idea how during this time, or right before that time, people were gonna get Retro Studio doing this greatness with the IPs, or even Alpha Dream as well, and then people were like, oh, this is why West developers should never touch Japanese IPs. And we had companies showing that no, people from all over the world can handle IPs, they know and create a vision, which is super cool way to see things and show things. That's amazing. On top of the fact they also ported the Metroid Prime games to Wii, get them new control schemes, which is super cool and a good way to cut the games, and a nice way of porting the games. So that's super cool, though. I want to note, my friend highlighted, can Nintendo also remaster Metroid Prime 2 as well before Metroid Prime 4 comes out? So he still has that request. The World of Final Fantasy Tokyo Game Show trailer. This one I want to highlight because I feel like it gets across the feeling of World of Final Fantasy way better, especially way better than its announcement trailer. The trailer was like early and all that, but that was the one that got shown right before they announced Final Fantasy VII Remake, and didn't do the best at highlighting the game's strong suit, especially with the narration treating it more like a, oh look how cute cutesy adventure game, which there's nothing wrong with that, but like you're gonna put it right to Final Fantasy VII Remake. You need to highlight more the game's strong suit, and this one I feel does highlight more the narrative strong suits, highlight more of the ongoing plot with Rita Lawn, but also the aspects of the Final Fantasy legacy characters, whole entire parts of the story, which is super cool. The one thing it doesn't really do well is highlight the gameplay, but like this is clearly more of a story trailer, so try to get you more hooked in on the narrative and everything. I feel like for that it works way better in handling things and just hooks you right in. So this one, I feel the trailer that got shown, I wish got shown earlier to highlight the game's more how it handled Juggle's tone. This one hurts my soul. This is the Senran Kagura 7 teaser trailer that you got after completing Senran Kagura Peach Beach Splash. After so many years of many different spin-off titles, they're gonna finally make a brand new Midnight Senran Kagura entry for the franchise. It's gonna be on PS4. This teaser is the only thing pretty much remains of it, aside from like the one early development thing they showed of a new character model for Asuka. But aside from that, they didn't really have much, and we just know nothing about this. It sucks because this is the only remnant we have of it. Now Senran Kagura is basically just mobile games and nothing else, and not even like for internationally released mobile games, Japan only mobile games. Like, glad it's doing well for them, still being alive, but like, damn, just sucks that Senran Kagura effectively just died as an IP, and the creator of the series, I believe, moved to like side games as well. So just sucks at what could have been. I told my friend that think of it as like being in spin-off hell of Dragon Ball Z, and then Son Goku and friends ends on a teaser at Battle of Gods, and then Battle of Gods never came out. That's the kind of feeling I told him to just picture this, and why just hurts me that this never came out, and so far nothing happened. It's never been officially cancelled, but we've heard nothing about it ever since. I had several choices for a Final Fantasy 15 trailer, and I went with this trailer for Final Fantasy 15, where it officially became revealed as Final Fantasy 15, and back when it was technically still called 13 before transitioning. So this trailer, sadly, the effect only really works if you were there at the time, because now it's just called the FF15 announcement trailer. But the fact that I'm to believe it's still versus 13 and just like, no, this is the 15th chapter, and that transition is super cool. Granted, so I friend that none of the actual content of this trailer are actually in the effing game. It's more of a proof of concept kind of thing with scenarios, but yeah, it's just long history development. FF15, I got to talk about FF15 one day about different topic, but it's just a cool idea of just being like, hey, the spin-off title now been made to a mainline entry and all that. So that is a super cool way to handle it. Granted, the end result is divisive, but that's beside the point. How many of you seen this Persona 5 trailer that was only bundled with the Japanese special edition Persona 4 Dancing? This is my favorite trailer for Persona 5. It also highlights several of the more earlier elements and unfinished parts of the game, even aspects that imply something else. The fact that it says student by day, thief by night, which implies that maybe you wouldn't be going to palaces during the day. You see one of the earlier areas such as you just don't go to in the game or unused. See Joker in the palace by himself. The fact that you fight Norn in the intro casino part, which is a reference I always make and no one ever gets, where I always say, hey Malak, remember when you used to be Norn? And no one ever understands, like no one saw this trailer. Even the earlier fought for the critical hit text is just crazy. And that's why you can see the most finished stuff you can see is the anime cutscenes, of course, is all they're being outsourced by a different company. But it's just crazy seeing some of the more earlier elements of Persona 5 and how it differs from the final game. And though for many people, Persona 5's tagline is change your heart, for me, the tagline was steal back your future, because I just love that end stinger in this trailer. It's just a super cool trailer that most people talked about, but nowadays people talk about Royal, which also has stuff unused in this trailer, which are fascinating. You just check out Royal's trailers too, you never seen those either. They're pretty fascinating stuff you can learn about Persona 5. Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition announcement trailer. This was not here necessarily for the quality of the trailer or anything. It's here because this is not only a remaster of a Tales of game, which I believe was probably one of the first ones to get a remaster, I believe, but also the fact that it's also because this is a version of the game that was not accessible outside the West, outside of importing and fan translations for the longest time. Because this game came out on Xbox 360, then it got an enhanced port on PS3, and then they remastered it, and this announcement, even the trailer even highlighting for the first time in the West, so they know how much of a big deal this is. Some of the fact is also in the time they also announced the next Tales of entry as well, Tales of Arise. So this was a big deal if you've been a long-time fan of the Tales of franchise and knew about the PS3 version of Vesperia, and wish one day you could play it officially in English, or you just couldn't get the franchise, it's still working on the PS3 because the PS3 is a weird machine. This final trailer for Near the Ones with You that shows a lot about the game, a lot about gameplay, highlights a lot of the story, trying to add more mystery for players. Although I will say that it definitely shows too much than what it really should be showing. Although some of the stuff, all of it is also something out of context. But if you've played the first game, then I feel like some of the stuff that, well, despite being out of context, having knowledge of the first game will make some of the stuff you can pretty much infer some of the stuff going on, or some of the characters being shown. So it's like that weird bit where for a new player, they'll probably truly have no idea what's going on, although it still feels like it's showing more than it should. At the same time, it's also lying. There are lies in this trailer that are deliberately done that I won't put up what the lies are, but there is lies going on this screen right now. And if you play the game, you know what the lies are. So there is that one type of aspect where they do try to also keep things secret from the viewer as well. But just a dope trailer for a cool game that Square Enix said underperformed, because they always say things underperform. But hey, from what I've seen, I think it truly has underperformed, because I swear to God, the biggest amount of people who never played the ones with you, near the ones with you, are near the ones with you fans themselves. I swear. People just never played the game and make every excuse under the sun. You see it, you know it exists now, go play it, enjoy it, it's cool. There's a demo, progress carries over, play the game. The Tokyo Mirage Session Sharp FE Hype for Combat trailer. This trailer, all in all, is a good trailer, does its job properly. It's just here because of how they try to make the narrator sound hip with the kids and all that, using slang and everything. It just comes off as more awkward sounding as a result, because they try to sound more hip, and it's one of the things of trying to figure out what your audience for this game is. This is a game that already doesn't have an English dub already, so also trying to have this more hip sounding thing just feels weird. It feels like you're not measuring your audience for an RPG like this, and also a Japanese dub only game as well. So it feels like they didn't really think things through, and for the later trailers, they don't try and sound hip with the kids, the whole entire thing. So they do learn from that feedback. Besides, the information they show is good and useful. It's just the way it's portrayed is funny. It feels like you should probably know your audience kind of thing when marketing something like that. The infamous duality trailer, I feel it tries to get pushed down by YouTube. I feel like I don't show the search result or the fact that it generally defaults to the infamous 2 duality trailer, but this one highlighting it says the duality of trying to be a savior or destroyer of Empire City. And just one of those things where, despite the whole entire duality nature, it still feels like, especially games like this, people really want to emphasize the hero aspect and the villain aspect. So I appreciate it when the infamous trailers try to highlight the also being a villain in these games, trying to put the villain role, and having a whole entire crowd against you and everything. This is super cool to have that. It's also crazy how Sucker Punch at this time can always make cool looking in-game trailers and everything, but when it comes to the actual cutscenes in-game, they look so stiff and bad, at least until Infamous 2, where the cutscenes look way better, look genuinely beautiful. But here, the in-game 3D cutscenes look so bad and awkward, while probably why they rely more on the comic book aesthetic for major moments. But when it comes to trailers, they always make them look so damn good, and that is amazing. They use what they got for these trailers, and what they got is good. That is damn impressive. Good on them, especially for this trailer. And for this trailer, but this one particularly, really like it. Super cool. The Uncharted PS4 teaser. Although this teaser is nothing more than a voiceover, it's just interesting. This is a remnant of a different story idea that Amy Hennig had for Uncharted 4 before she left Naughty Dog, and instead Neil Druckmann had to instead like co-direct this game and a different angle they went with. Where it feels like for this one, Sam Drake was gonna be more of an antagonist to Nathan instead of being, well, cooperative with him as his brother. So it feels interesting in this kind of different direction, and I know some people say they wish the game had this direction, but we don't know what it was going to fully be, so we can't necessarily say this is going to be better. I mean, I can say I probably prefer it just for the fact that I don't like Sam Drake, so making him an antagonist, yeah, sure, F it, F that guy. So I'd be fine with that, but just interesting, a remnant of what could have been for Uncharted 4. That's just super cool to see. This big, massive trailer for PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale, celebrating everything PlayStation, including third-party picks. This is super cool, and despite how people try to talk about this game, it actually did do very well, but developers trying their best with that to work with, especially with freaking expectations or rules they didn't want to abide with. Like the fact that, oh, you can't pick the roster, you have to pick the most recent version of a character and to cross promote a different franchise. Oh, you can't pick classic Dante, you have to pick reboot Dante, which, you know what, new potential, what can I do with kind of Dante, but people don't even think for. Oh, you can't put Solid Snake, who's more identifiable with PlayStation brand, you have to pick freaking Raiden, which Raiden is a good option. Once again, this is Revenge of Cyborg Ninja Raiden, not even like MGS2 Raiden, which was more something with the PS2. So stuff like that just couldn't really do with a one entire roster, but the developers tried their best. Like, when I played the game, it's good, but just the biggest issue is the supers or the thing that deal actual defeats, and that kind of awkward. But hey, it's deep cuts and bringing back Polygon Man as the antagonist. That is super cool way to handle bringing back the first PlayStation mascot and making it more of an antagonist role in this game. That is super cool. That freaking I still wish Sony would do another one of these games, because nowadays they have more potential with kind of characters they have as well, but also just one of those things that feels like if it just a bit better execution. Like I said, the game was gonna do good, the game did good, but execution, this game could thrive, and I feel like should be able to rival something like a Super Smash Brothers, or at least be a hit in the case of something like Rivals of Ether. But nowadays, Sony wants to spend all of the money on games, so it feels like a project like this wouldn't make back the money that Sony would basically be looking forward for, considering how they want all of the money. So probably won't happen, but it would be an interesting surprise. So that would have been cool. Also, the fact that Dark Legend Dragoon was supposed to be in it and got scrapped. Why does Sony hate Legend Dragoon? Why you do this to me? The last trailer I got here is for Spider-Man Web of Shadows. I enjoyed this game thoroughly on Nintendo Wii. It's for the Wii version, connected to put a PS3 version, but this game, super dope in this trailer. The source of so many memes nowadays, so that brings in more points on the trailer, but just super cool. And a lot of people give flack towards the voice of Peter Parker as Spider-Man in this game, who, yeah, there are points where his voice sounds more awkward than anything else. But I feel that's good overall. But just a super cool game in this trailer, highlighting the whole entire spread of symbiote and what's happening to the villains is super cool. It's just a super well done trailer. And the fact that this trailer was actually 60 FPS in 2008, like when YouTube got updated to show higher frame rates, I was surprised when they uploaded a 60 FPS trailer the whole time, but couldn't show it until YouTube updated its video player. So this is just a super cool trailer, and that final shot with the giant multi-headed Venom is super cool and everything. It's just good highlighting the combat of this game, the more aerial combat, freaking web zipping combat aspect of this game. Just super cool. And as I say, then I wish it got remastered, but you know, licensing, because Activision owns the rights to it. So whether or not it ever get ported or remastered, I know there's some rumors that it might, along with Edge of Time and Shattered Dimensions. I hope it does, but as far as we know, we don't really know about that. So, So those are the trailers I wanted to specifically comment on everything when it comes to the whole entire trailer. This is one I want to point out. There will be more trailers actually shown the rest of this video when me and my friend just casually talking about the trailers. Also, sorry that my voice audio is low in that section. I didn't realize how low it was when recording, so it could be hard to hear me sometimes for the rest of this video, but I just want to show off these trailers. This is the one I want to focus on. There's many more trailers that we talk about for the rest of the video, so do enjoy that. Alright, good day to y'all.
And I remember how hype I was for this shit.
Exist, separate from our own.
See, take what you just said.
Where the impossible.
Now replace the word I with
they
we.
Consist of both
And I always go, who's we?
evil.
I was not hyped
These
for this.
worlds were never meant to be.
People kept trying to tell me that. Like,
But
remember we were all
things
hyped for
have
Jump
changed.
Force? The F is we.
There is no
Now,
we.
I thought a big
begun
set in real
to
life
merge as
location was
one.
a bad idea from the
And
go.
our
From the
last
get-go.
Are the heroes
I
we
was
could
losing my
only
fucking mind. I was
imagine.
like, wait a minute, is that Naruto, New York?
Fight
Luffy on the
for
one
our
fucking
survival.
American flag? Goku in Manhattan? My only fucking jump games up until this point was the two of them on the DS. So then seeing this one, I was like, what?
Now for me, there was two in the DS and PS3,
Man.
PS3.
Yeah, that one. I never played that one. I don't think it was even available in the States, right?
Oh, that's the shocking part. It did get localized.
Oh.
My brother imported it, assuming it would have actually did.
Oh.
Yeah, actually got more important localized.
Man.
Yeah, I was like, who the F is we? Who the F is we in this?
Jump
Oh yeah,
Force.
we were hyped about this. Who's we?
Yep. Bro, I didn't see this too! I fucking screamed at him. I was like, light younger me!
To fight.
I was so hype! And then, you know, it wasn't hype.
Go on, next one of mine or one of yours. So how are we gonna go this order?
Yeah, let's do 1-1. Alright, let me get mine.
Who the F is we? I was not hyped for this. I wasn't stupid. I saw that gameplay footage. That's particle effects up the ass.
Yeah, a little bit, but that's not what I did.
That present's so super hard to play.
Oh, see, that's easier for me because I was never pacifist. I fucking dropped down rooftops. I fucking used my powers on all of them. I made sure everybody fucking died. Oh man, I played this shit on my 360. I fucking loved every moment of it. Now, a lot of it is possible. Yes, you can do a lot of this shit. I took full advantage of the power system, man. Yep, that was my signature. I loved fucking sneaking or teleporting behind him and doing that shit. I especially loved using the crossbow feature too. Ooh, man. I fucking like go on the rooftop, fucking crossbow one motherfucker, and then when the other fucker is like, who did that? I teleport behind him, slice his neck. Oh, man. What was this, like 2012? Look, man, I was still a young teen, okay?
No, I mean right now, the way you're talking about it, the excitement levels.
Hell yeah, man!
Excitement of the elementary school yard is cool.
Hell yeah, bro, this brings back good fucking memories. I love Dishonored.
Fred shows everything, TM.
Hell yeah, bro. Yep, 2012. God, fuck, man. Good times.
Everyone said the world would end. I'm still waiting for that.
I remember that. Bro, one of my classmates, her birthday was literally on the fucking day they quote-unquote claimed it was supposed to end, and she was malding when everyone was like, oh, your birthday's the end of the world. She's like, shut up! Alright. Ezio!
Interesting.
Chosen by history, a man becomes a warrior, engraved into history. A warrior becomes a hero.
Man, I only know Ezio from memes. I never played the game where he was from, but holy shit, I can imagine how hype this was. Oh, games! Oh, he was in multiple. Okay.
Yeah, this entire Ezio trilogy.
Oh shit!
That's crazy.
The world will be better without you.
This was a promotion. Here's the thing: his design is from one of it, but this was promotion, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Ezio totally wasn't one of the games. Listen, I'm just saying, you must have house game and you give a dude a crossbow and a gun. Probably won't ever for your opponent.
Yeah.
I've seen people doing those and walk into Ezio's gun every time Yeah, despite how cool this is, once again, Ezio just does
Soul
not have
Calibur
the star
5.
power from what I've seen.
Oh.
Like, despite it's like a good choice to pick Ezio, he just doesn't have the star power of someone like Heihachi, Spawn, even though Spawn would play like crap, and Link. That's
Yeah.
why people always look at Soul Calibur 2 as a benchmark of crossover characters, because those characters had the star power that made you go, yes, those. But Ezio, despite the fact that people went, he fits better than Star Wars, people don't care enough for Ezio. Even though Ezio is a real life video game character. He's like one of, if not the most beloved assassin in the Assassin's Creed franchise to this day.
I can imagine from all the memes I've seen about him. It was me, Ezio.
Is he alive?
Isaac Clarke. I'm going to show you some images, and I want you to tell me about them.
It was just a short boat. There were things in my head. So much shit.
Oh my god, this screams.
I freaking love it.
This screams. We're going for a stylistic but cheaper style of trailer. And EA drops their nuts on the table and spends like $5 million on nonsense. That stylistic is crap. And I can tell EA just
gonna burn for what we did to
by
you.
spending billions on nonsense ads that had nothing to do with the game.
Man.
I can feel the EA wasted money.
Oh man, but I was so fucking hyped to see that. I was like, part 2, let's go, and part 2 became my fucking favorite.
Was that the announcement trailer?
I don't know.
It feels like an announcement trailer.
Maybe?
Not according to description, it's not, because it's been playing the game already announced, so nope.
Oh.
It feels like it could have been like an announcement trailer.
Oh.
I had to pick just, I was like, I had to pick just one. This trailer is cinema.
I hope you're doing your best here, Bat. because I've just had a horrible thought. We could both actually die here tonight.
What's wrong with you, B-Man? You come into Mr. J's home and start smashing into pieces. Don't you know he's sick? Meet Mr. Hammer. He's gonna teach you some manners.
That look so good that you can actually zoom in the camera closer.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with you. Nice of you to say. But you of all people should know there's plenty wrong with me. We're coming to the end, aren't we? Can you see what I've been planning all along? You'll just die.
And the fact that that was a trailer for just one of the game's villains. Granted, the one that steals the show because Super Strange got lame, but one of the villains is Super Strange's lame AF.
Man, if I saw this shit back then, I know I would have been hyped, but since I got into the fucking Arkham games very late, you know.
Have you never seen any other Batman Arkham trailers? Arkham trailers?
No.
I got cinema time. Copyrighted music, cinema time. You can't do this to me, man.
Look, man, some things I saw, some things I didn't, okay?
You can't do this to me, man.
Had you ever considered that all this is your fault? Your presence creates these
The fact
animals.
that they're in games that don't cost shows how good the developers are in highlighter games.
Yeah. Holy shit.
When people hear the song, the formats too. I think that's
Heads and tails, kitty cat.
Wow.
pure cinema. That's this trailer came out before the Winter Show was talking.
Wow.
It would be a shame to get blood all over my nice new outfit.
This place is dangerous. I like it.
Too easy. Played you like a violin and cut your strings. Let's finish this. Exclusively on PlayStation 3.
Yeah, it was a PS3 exclusive?
Yeah, that's PS3. That was a big deal back then. People were pissed as hell.
Wow.
I think it's to this day still a PS3 exclusive, even though it got remastered.
Oh.
It's only like two. That's probably it's only like two stealth mission, two combat challenges.
Wow.
With the main gameplay, Joker is way squishy. He has no armor, but his tech gadgets is the little freaking explosive bombs, which really won't hurt anybody. And he has a gun that only has one bullet. If you hit multiple people with that one, but you can actually hit multiple people with that one bullet.
Damn.
Like it was a fun. It wasn't anything major, just fun novelty. But hey, the best novelty is the fact that that means you get new game over shit talking. With freaking Cash, Gordon, and Batman shit talking you for dying.
Oh man.
That was the best part. Batman shit talking you.
I expected better from you.
I'm glad you're starting to see things my way.
Ooh, that was the mood.
The trailer make it seem like they added anything new. What they knew they added was the 3D effect. wait, that now explain 3D was just like the right up thing. No, they gave you 3D glass with this version.
I miss those.
It was a full 3D effect and everything with 3D glasses.
God, man, I haven't worn 3D glasses in fucking years.
The 3D effect was alright. I guess I literally did buy this game twice. Stupid. Yeah, it was alright. But yeah, except for that's just like a Game of the Year edition, but with DLC with the game.
That's fucking cool.
That was back when I didn't know what DLC was.
Same.
But yeah, that also trailer I really liked. It was just more Arkham Asylum. That's a weird focus to make a silly scarecrow the big bad of the freaking thing. You know how big of a big deal Arkham Asylum is, right?
Yeah.
How people didn't even think Arkham Asylum was going to be good, let alone great.
And look at that.
Because people are like, oh, another superhero game is going to be, oh, by some studio rockstar. Oh, whatever we do, that blows your brain.
Yep.
It blows up your brain. You're like, what? It's actually good?
Now give me my Superman game.
No. This is like Justice League and you don't like it. Which is now free for people who have PS Plus.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you say that as if freaking Amazon Prime wasn't giving the game away earlier this year.
It did?
Yeah.
I don't remember. Holy shit.
Earlier this year, Amazon Prime was giving away copies of the game, but you had to have it tied to your Amazon Prime account, so my brother just couldn't give me a code for anything. I think it also required the Epic Game Store as well.
Earlier this past year, that was before, yeah, so I wouldn't have probably give a shit.
It was earlier this year. They were giving away before they were selling it for $350. They were giving away copies of freaking Suicide Squad Justice League.
Wow.
What we got for this teaser? Can't see no trailers from Left 4 Dead.
Last time I saw my grandmother, she asked me was I still a praying man. I told her, yes ma'am. Well, she says, pray harder. 'Cause it ain't working. I ain't gonna die waiting on salvation. As long as we still got guns, we gonna fight.
How much they got flat from the notes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because it was literally 1 year after Left 4 Dead 1.
And if we run out of bullets, baby, they're gonna wish we had.
So crazy, I'll just make a game like this, and then freaking it's a game that still has fan support, still has fan appreciation to this fucking day.
Yup.
Like that's the insane part with Left 4 Dead. The fact that's still the fact that it's still around and won't go away.
Yup.
Like,
what are we, like fucking 15 years later, I think?
Yep. Despite all the mods, all the everything, it still sticks around in the minds of people.
Yeah, man. Good game, you know? Yup.
Only got quite the quality.
Nico! My cousin! I can't believe it! You're here! Welcome to America!
So I'm not sure it affects how I feel about Roman.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't help the fact
What
that
motivates
I literally played
I don't
the
care
game
if I live or
Charles
die.
Barnes,
looking for something.
So having Nico's biggest supporter.
Don't do anything stupid, cousin.
May or may not influence myself.
I'm right.
It was
God,
such a big surprise.
Nah, I love Roman.
Die, man, not like this. How would you like to die? We need to go bust somebody, man.
I saw.
I'm the one who survived.
I just.
Grand Theft Auto 4, rated M for mature.
I saw this and I was like, New York, give me now. Oh, I spent so much fucking hours in GTA 4 just like driving aimlessly, fucking with the NPCs and shit. Just, oh man, GTA 4 was like GTA 4 was my Gmod before I knew what the hell Gmod was.
Well, I mean, if you're playing the PSE version, I think they could have, because you had the tools being machinimas. That's how they made Bad Assassin.
I had it on PS3.
Yeah, that's how PC version had machinima tools. That's how they made Bad Assassin.
Yeah, but no, this was before I had PC.
We had something very special.
Where's your brother?
Fuck you! Give me one good reason I should tell you anything.
Serial killer.
Oh my.
A serial killer? Oh God, and it's one of us.
Wait, the woodsman's still walking the streets.
We've got to put a lid on this.
If you can't manage it, I'll find someone who can. I found out where she's been staying.
I know she's here. You must have seen her. What are the two of you hiding?
Thanks for not saying anything.
Doesn't matter. Maybe you just want to punish someone. We can arrange that.
What did you do?
Friend on friend. At the end of the end.
Jesus Christ, Bigby. Is that you?
So there's a very important reason I wanted to put that here. You played Wolf Among Us?
Yeah.
So you know that literally almost nothing in that trailer was in the game, right?
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say, Telltale's fucking infamous for no matter what game they make, every time they show a preview of the next episode, half of this shit doesn't even occur in the next episode.
No, this is the biggest one, because between episode 1 and 2 of Among Us had the biggest gap in Telltale history, because that's to basically rewrite the game story.
Oh, really?
Like, I don't know, the people have several reasons why. I don't know which one's the actual reason, but the game's story had to be rewritten, which a lot of those scenes got completely removed from the game.
Wow.
In fact, before the game was done, the preview image from episode 3 on the menu was different before the game got released, before the game was done.
What the fuck?
But yeah, remember the cop person from episode 2 at the beginning who chose episode 2 and everywhere? She was supposed to have a bigger role in the story.
Wow.
The teaser image, the OG teaser image for episode 3 actually has her following Big B into the woodlands. So she was supposed to have a bigger role. So supposed to have a bigger role. I think also Cinderella was supposed to show up while the skies while still in the skies. A lot of stuff. There'll be a lot of differences, but it never happened.
That's a shame.
It just never happened. No one knows why. Some say it's because who the original killer was considered too obvious. Oh. And the original killer was gonna be in episode 1. There's this guy who's in like the background of many scenes with like red hair, with red hair. And he was supposed, from what I've heard, he was supposed to be the boy who cried wolf, and he was originally supposed to be him.
Oh.
Who was a serial killer. But some say it has to do with the fact that episode 2 is going to involve Big B need to actually sneak into the police department to steal back the evidence, which will require him getting a glamour. But in the lore of Fables, Big B cannot use a glamour. So like that makes no sense.
Wow.
But why does it matter? Because the writer of the Fables books considers the game to be non-canon anyway.
Well.
because of how different it is, and the fact that the ending you choose episode 5 can be different from the actual books, since the game takes place 15 years before the books.
Wow.
But yeah, that's why I was terrible. Just this trailer's just like, it's. If I think I still see this trailer in the game to this day, and it's just content that's just not in the game, and he just could never actually make a new trailer for it.
That sucks.
It's just nuts. Like Telltale's going through a lot of issues that time.
Yeah.
Animated blood. Well, blood's not animated. Why is this still starting out with an Xbox trailer?
You know, I never thought of it like that. Shit! Shit! What have you done to me? Now I cannot see it! I feel like I know 1 well because I loved repeat playing 1. 2 is a little more like 50-50 because I know some segments of 1, but then some segments I'm still like, wait, what am I doing again?
Yeah, but it's like guide someone to crime. That's the game makes sense. Crime, now you gotta have that thing.
Oh, true.
Crime.
Yeah.
To Nintendo, remake Prime 2 now!
You know what's crazy?
Master.
How the era after this with the PS3, Xbox 360,
Yeah.
and that's the era where people felt like Western developers couldn't do shit with Japanese IPs. And yeah, here's Retro Studio literally doing shit with Japanese IPs on the GameCube of all things. And people are like, look at how they're ruining Capcom IPs. Why are they trusting Western developers? Meanwhile, Retro Studios just chilling in the back. just the same category as Rareware, just like chilling in the back, handling old Japanese IPs just fine.
Oh, what a lovely day.
Tokyo Game Show off trailer.
Mirage Keepers? Me and Rain?
Those the marks on your arms are proof you were born to work the miracles. The prophecy says that the giants from the hills will collect 4 keys and mount the very heavens, Koopa.
Let me introduce the giants from the hills. Something here is not right. Something about you.
Can you not see it? That mirage with you has been corrupted.
Think you got the wrong idea there, pal.
Bards! I have awaited this day 1,000 years!
Did you just add a digit?
What fiends? They must be desperate to take this realm away from me.
Oh yeah, Wall Street fall.
It's okay.
Yes, they don't read.
And it's all my fault that these freaks have ruined Grimoire. I have to pay for it all!
You have to stop. You mustn't fight. I know you want to, but you simply can't. On! Why did you have to? Why?
Secure day 1 Sephiroth summon.
I guess these trash Sephiroth summon.
Oh man.
It's trash because it's fully CG, so you don't see Sephiroth actually interact with the characters.
Wow.
And the worst part is they still count him in the bio, even though he has no bio. Like he's counted in the game's glossary, but he has nothing because the game doesn't use the Final Fantasy villains.
Wow.
So Sephiroth's just there in the bio with his little CG ass look, and it's like, I'm just here.
Oh god.
But it's like, hey, here's another remix of One Way to Angel, I guess.
Yep.
Oh yes, the trailer that got quote. reverse the hatred people are having.
James? Honey?
Mad.
Did something happen to you? After we got separated in that long hallway? Are you confusing me with someone else? You were always so forgetful. Remember that time in the hotel?
Just put the gun to their head.
You can't just kill someone because the way they looked at you.
You should see your face, too.
Let go!
Sorry, but I can't let you just run around this place. You might get hurt.
Hurt by what?
Aren't you Maria?
I'm not your Mary.
So you are Maria.
I am. If you want me to be.
How do you know about Mary?
You see it too? For me, it's always like this.
I'm real.
Whew, man.
They were desperate to fill out that runtime for that song and just lingered on that artwork for a bit too long. They're like, no, we were not cut off Kira Yamaoka.
Oh, perfection.
Okay, but Silent Hill 4's opening still clears.
I know, but my man, my mood, man. My mood!
Nice, we're in the mood of...
Not excluding that!
We're in the mood of yelling at children.
I'll allow that.
Oh, you really do hate the kids.
Oh, center on Kagra? Yep. Seven preview.
なりたい自分になれましたか？戦乱神楽セブン。
Okay, so for an outsider like me, what the hell did I just watch?
I'm trying to make a comparison. Okay. You know what? I got a comparison.
Okay.
Imagine you're a Dragon Ball fan. You're seeing all the spin-off material and stuff, all the spin-off like anime projects, Dragon Ball Evolution or whatever, right?
Uh-huh.
Now imagine you watch the special Son Goku and Friends Are Back, right?
Yeah.
And then at the end, they give you a teaser of Battle of Gods.
Oh.
And then it never fucking comes out.
Are you serious? Wait, this game never came out?
Center in Congress 7 to this day never came out. This was a teaser you got for beating Peach Beat Splash, which was one of the many spin-off titles, and they just go, hey, by the way, we're making a new mainline entry. And then it never happened, and it hasn't been officially canceled, but we've heard nothing about it since.
They haven't commented about it at all?
Like, they showed off one thing, which was that they're gonna make new new, more higher polygon character models, but that's about it.
What the hell?
Ever since that one little snippet stream, since then the creator of the series literally left the company and now works at freaking Arc System Works.
Wow.
Like, after this, it was just back to spin-off hell, and then just nothing. This game's never been officially canceled, commented whatsoever. The likely blame they put has to do with stricter regulations of what games are allowed on PlayStation, but that's apparently to the point where maybe that apparently prevented the game development because a bunch of people like to say they should just make the game for different platforms. The bulk of the single conqueror audience is with PlayStation, even though it started on the 3DS. The PlayStation is the bulk of the audience. So to just make a new entry and not have a PlayStation copy whatsoever would be like financially crazy, especially when this franchise isn't like a mainstream franchise.
Wow.
But we know that at that time, Sony was getting more and more strict regulations. The problem is, no one knew what the regulations were. They just kept demanding stuff be removed from games or toned down, but there was no guideline. Like there is no rule. Sony makes up the rule.
Okay.
Like even the game Least of the Painful, which is about other videos, that game got remastered, and the PlayStation version had to be toned down even further than the Switch version.
Wow.
But the Switch version is fine, but the PlayStation version had to tone down stuff where a game that has an entire freaking drug abuse freaking storyline cannot refer to the drug as a drug. And I get why, because in the DLC you play as a child, and the child can use a drug, so it's like you don't want to like have that on your console.
Mm-hmm.
But it also means the main campaign can't refer to the drug anymore.
Oof.
So it's like one of those things where it's like, in like an RPG video, I mentioned the main character can suffer through withdrawals from this drug, or you could use the drug, and it'll buff your character extremely, but it feeds into his whole entire addiction with it. To the point where you could play that game without using the drug once, but Sony was like, don't call it a drug.
Wow.
That's like one of those things where it's like Sony's weird about it. Even the Neptunia franchise joked about Sony's regulations, where the PlayStation character literally just says, "We just changed our rules to meet with more standards." What does that mean? Refuse to elaborate. Doesn't answer the question because no one knows this day what that means.
Damn.
Although now in Neptunia had to remove content from... Oh, Neptunia games couldn't be ported to the Switch recently in the West. Because Nintendo wouldn't allow it, and they wouldn't say what. People were like, what the hell's going on with that? So, it's a shitstorm everywhere, basically.
Oof.
But yeah, this game never came out. It's like, hey, new Milan entry. And it's never coming out. Hasn't been officially cancelled, but we've been stuck in the hell of a freaking gacha game. That's basically what the franchise is now.
Of course.
The franchise is a Japan only cell phone game at this point. And the dude who made the franchise literally works Arc System Works now. So, the franchise pretty much dead. But Arc System Works, put something else. Oh no, side games. That's what he works for, side games.
Wow.
Just like, dude already left.
Yeah, that really sucks.
The last actual Southern Calibur game was a pinball spin-off, which was a good game, but needed more content. So yeah, this first guy's like, this is nothing, this is all we had. Tell us Southern Calibur 5 about Southern Calibur 7, they will be sad, and they try to deck you.
Not the rap one. Switch the window!
Not the rap one. You mean the best one?
I like this one better.
You mean the old school versus new school, which is the best Mortal Kombat trailer?
I like this one better.
Is it possible that the past and future are colliding? Only Chronica has such power.
I intend to restart history.
What?
No.
The new era.
Seeing all the universes and timelines fucked with her head, alright? It's a lot, alright?
Raiden's armies are coming.
That's so crazy that
they will fight us, and they will lose.
Yeah.
Shit now.
that mess with anyone else?
I never thought about it like that.
Like this trash that's associated with Mortal Kombat.
We must find Chronicles' keep and strike it as hard and as fast as we can muster.
My God, I never really thought about that.
Rewrites history.
Yippee-ki-yay, right?
Yup.
Recognize me, little brother.
You're showing a friend Tranquil. How about showing off that switch version?
No, hell no, stop! Hell no! I remember those images, Jesus Christ!
How about we show off Sunday's video?
Oh my God.
自由に生きてください。
Is this the one that's like drastically different from the game?
疑いなく信じていた世界は常に変化し、そんなことを言うな。料理人が仕事を失う。
Wow.
Something else story needed in the game to push up third dynamic, but
A wholesome ass moment and y'all don't include that.
There's not going to people say to watch the trailer.
なんだかめんどくさいことになってきたな。
Wow.
とにかく城へ行こう。奴らの目的は何なんだ？やはりクリスタルだと思う。ニフルハイムはこれまでにもソルハイム、テネブラへアコルドのクリスタルを手に入れようと戦争を起こしている。親父、逃げてるらしいぞ。ああ、合流を急ごう。
My God.
奴ら本気で殺しに来てるみたいだぞ。
さあ、強いからな。
I was gonna say that.
目的はクリスタルか。言わずともお分かりのはずだ。重いぞ。
Ah, yeah, versus
これが
13.
対をなす幻想。
いや、世界は常に変化する。15番目だ。
Never mind.
Yeah, this trailer really only works if you were there at the time. Yeah, that
Wow.
was the transition from versus 13 becoming 15. So you can see a lot of versus 13 elements. You can also see the FF15 elements also being put in, but almost none of this content was in the actual game.
Wow.
Almost none of this content is in the actual game. Because this game went through development hell for so long. And changed directors and everything. It's basically a case of they're basically repeating the same problem they had with 13. Again, they were literally recreating the same problem with 13.
Wow.
13 had development issues because it was using an unfinished engine.
Oh.
What did they do for 15? Try to make a game on an unfinished engine.
Bruh.
They also were going to have Kingdom Hearts 3 use the same engine, but KH3 was early enough to where they just had KH3 restored entirely with Unreal Engine 4. But yeah, only like 2 games got made with this engine. This and Forspoken. Like Forspoken as a result of the engine actually being done.
I think one was only a PS3 game before, like the rest of them was multi-platform. Yeah, I remember playing that on my PS3.
There's the fact that seeing Storm 4 advertise brand new features in Storm 1.
Yeah.
What?
They don't know. They weren't there. But I was. No, because my anime horizon was very limited. No, I didn't know what that was. I only knew Dragon Ball, Naruto, and Death Note at that time. Persona 5? Oh.
So this trailer was part of a Japanese special edition.
Oh!
So this trailer was never released officially by Atlas. Hence the fan translation.
Wow!
But it is my favorite trailer. It also explains the joke obviously with P5 and never gets.
Yeah?
You can see early P5.
Ooh. Oh! Oh, this is different. Oh God. Holy shit.
So yeah, a joke that I always make from this that no one ever gets because so many people watch this is every single time, whenever freaking someone plays P5, I always say, "Hey Moloch, do you remember when you were Norn?" That's only in this trailer. Do you see the earlier version of this fight was against Norn and not Moloch? But no one ever gets that reference because they never saw this trailer. Also, did you see that font?
Yeah. Oh my God.
That's the font before the one we got in the actual game. Oh, this looks ugly.
Oh my God.
This looks ugly. Or the fact you saw Joker solo at Kamashiya's Palace.
Yes.
Also the date. Also found the trailer highlight stuff such as freaking student by day, thief by night, which would imply that you wouldn't be going to palaces during the day like an actual game.
Yeah.
We don't know if these things were actually going to be used, but there's a lot of stuff in this trailer, or the whole entire aspect of on the road to glory, road to ruin, which just feels like was never used in the game because the game just based from the get-go. You're on the pathway to ruin, unless it can be averted.
Yeah.
Or for instance, man, before P5 came out, for people, P5's tagline is "Change Your Heart." Before the game came out, for me the tagline was "Steal Back Your Future."
Huh.
But no one knows. No one talks about that. So for me, I thought the tagline was "Steal Back Your Future." It felt like more fitting for the Phantom Thief aspect. But once again, this is a trailer only in a Japanese special edition of P4 Dancing.
And
it was just a bonus thing for like, hey, fans who spent this much money, here's a preview of P5. You can tell how early it is, where most of the stuff being used is the anime footage that it's outsourced by somebody else, it's not by them. You also see stuff like the early cut-in portrait, the characters in a hangout spot that's not even in the actual final game.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of just early stuff you can see with the hangout spot. There you go. Like this hangout spot is not actually in the game. Look at these early portraits of Ryuji and Aon as well, which I never used in the game.
Wow.
So just stuff like that. There's not in this trailer. There's another trailer that did get put officially by Atlas, where Morgana had his metaverse form in the real world.
Oh.
But that was obviously just a testing thing, because also the characters having LeBlanc be their hideout as well. But yeah, that's a lot of stuff. This is my favorite PS5 trailer.
That's pretty cool.
Because it was never officially released by Atlas. I'm surprised they still love Atlas used to actually take down this trailer.
Well, it's good that they don't.
How is this from an era where I was all over FNAF and I don't remember this trailer at all?
Maybe you didn't care.
No, I was all over FNAF during this era.
Oh. Oh, I mean, you know, shit happens, I guess. I don't know. Sometimes it happens, you know, you miss out on things.
I did not know this kind of trailer.
Yeah, man.
The only trailer I know about is for the third game.
Now all of them had trailers, and this one was my fucking favorite. I was so invested. I was like, wait a minute, the animatronics from the first game? Yeah. I was like, wait, the animatronics from the first game? Why are they all broken? What happened? I was so hooked. And I was like, who the hell are you? A new body? Who?
Like, look at how amazing this trailer is. With a game with a bunch of a ham sandwich.
Yup.
But Scott Cawthon knew how to use what he had.
Mm-hmm. Is that a bite of 87?
That is a stylish as hell trailer. With a bunch of a ham sandwich. I'm sure if EA were around, they would have done $5 billion to marketing.
Oh, God.
Because EA be EA.
It's a Vesperia.
So put this in perspective. Try and think of your favorite entry to the franchise. Now imagine it got a better version that was Japan only. Oh! And it stayed like that for years. That Brasso was for the first time.
Oh!
That's why this trailer is so good.
Oh shit!
This was an early 360 game that then got ported to the PS3 in Japan only. And it was the definitive edition when she came out. And they are making sure to highlight some of the PS3 only features. Like the barrage of PS3 only content they put in. Just so you know. Like fans have made a fan transition. If
wow.
Somehow managed to
yeah.
There's
holy
only
shit.
One name. After I freaking that's why I clocked out.
I clocked out after Sister Location. I really like Sister Location.
Like, was FNAF World after 3?
I feel like it was after Sister Location? I think?
The RPG.
Oh, I do not remember. I do not remember.
Okay, wow. FNAF 2 felt more stylish. It almost felt like you ran out of ideas part way in. You ran out of ideas for cool shots.
I'm telling you, I feel like the definitive end for this shit should have been in 3. But here we are.
Listen, man. Money.
True.
That's gonna be a long boy. I will also note there are lies in this trailer.
Of course.
There is footage in this trailer.
Come on in. See you around then. Please, come in.
Let's move. Let's move.
Sort of unique way I handle this. Okay,
Looks like the action is really heating up.
if memory serves me right, level ups affect your HP stats. In order to increase your stats, you have to eat food as you fights. As a character,
Maybe you missed the memo. But
But
this
also,
is
the game
supposed
gives
to
you
be
more rewards for lowering.
I
your
told you how
level.
teams compete during the most
Increase your
points,
lower
right?
on a slider.
Well, if you
Lower
tap the
level,
table, then we'll grant whatever you wish
the
for.
better the rewards you get for
All
it.
you's
It
gotta
matters.
do is win.
It's like it
I know
incentivizes
what you
play
kids were thinking.
I sure do, mi amigo. You and I both know this was never a fair fight.
Let me cut to the chase. Why don't we work together? Come on, this game's been bugging out for long enough. I say it's time we hit the reset button.
And does my darling his friend all right?
Shit. Oh, you won't be needing that anymore.
There's nowhere for me to go back to. It's empty. What the hell was I doing before this? Why can't I remember? This isn't good! Who's that? I'll be watching.
I also want to play this trailer because it's also a case of Square Enix showing too much in a file trailer with like 15 billion out of context spoilers.
Of course.
The thing is, if you played the first game, out of context spoilers immediately become in context. That make you go, who the hell greenlit this? Well, look, a video game that Square Enix says freaking underperformed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what else is new? Square Enix constantly doing underperformed.
Everything underperforms according to them. Even they underperform themselves.
even recently admitted some Rebirth actually did so good, but that they Square Enix won more.
Bruh.
Oh, it actually went.
Oh!
That's what I got another HK. Okay, so this one, I've never seen the trailer itself, but I've seen snippets of it, of people talking about the sacrifice.
Yeah. Man, I remember when this debuted. Oh, man, this hurt me. That was my favorite, man.
Like, it also feels crazy that this kind of huge story-based thing, forget that people don't associate with his writing.
Yeah.
And yeah, it still meant a lot to people. That's the crazy part. These aren't characters that people come for amazing narrative character. They're entertaining, and losing one entertaining people is enough for people to go to be upset about it.
Man. Because I had a fucking teacher that was an old veteran that reminded me a lot like Bill, so that meant a lot to me. Jason!
Are you prepared to suffer to save your son? You have 5 minutes to cut off the last section of one of your fingers in front of the camera. If you succeed, you will get your reward.
Agent Norman Jaden, FBI.
Good evening. My name's Scott Shelby. I'm a private detective. I'm investigating the case of the origami killers.
I'd like a room.
Manson, Page, 27, single.
Ethan Mars has had psychological problems since his first son died. He is haunted by visions of drowning bodies. A few weeks ago, after one of our usual sessions, I found this on the floor. It must have fallen out of his pocket.
Ash, I want you to assign every available man to finding Ethan Mars. I want you to keep an eye on the train stations, the airports, the bus terminals. I want every cop in the city on his ass.
Ooh.
So that if he moves, we know about it. You're gonna die, you son of a bitch!
I swore on my son's grave that I would kill the man who murdered him.
I just don't believe he's guilty.
Your other son, Mrs. Shepard. What was his name?
Everything I did for love.
Well, that trailer was pure cinema. It still feels weird. I feel like Ethan was the least of the trailer.
Yeah, that was a good trailer.
2, make choices, face the consequences. Me just sitting here knowing just how much little choice a player actually has in this game.
The illusion of free will.
I have platinum this game on PS4. I know how little free will. This young solo free will that freaking director, what is it deserved to be named? Freaking said how, oh, you should actually not play this game more. He told people not to play this game more than once.
Oh.
It's like, oh, because if they did, they realize how little choice you actually have in the game. And how certain characters literally cannot die because you didn't write a story around them.
Bruh.
Like, there are
That's
many
crazy.
secrets. There's like 2 out of the 4 playable characters just flat out cannot die until the game's finale.
Wow.
The other 2, they can die as much as you want. They have so many ways to die. Norman Jaden is the most biggest, saddest bastard in the entirety of freaking Quantic Dream games with how much ways that man can die.
Oof.
Someone despises that man. But it's funny because he's the fan favorite. Also a story that falls apart because 1, it's not written well, but 2, they cut out stuff from the game that was meant to explain stuff. Even when it's in the game, it will still be stupid, but they removed stuff because David Cage stupidly said in an interview that this game has no supernatural aspects, only for them to initially write stuff that had supernatural aspects that just desperately scrub it out from the game.
Dur.
Maybe the supernatural aspect still makes no sense. This game, I will say, this is the best of the Quantic Dream games. Actually, no. No, Detroit Become Human takes that spot, even though that one also fails. Entertaining failure. But that was a good extra that they get from being a demo.
This is Foxtown 4, over. Foxtown 4, what's your sit rep? Unclear. Did not copy. Say again, Foxtown 4, over.
So despite being excited for Mass Effect 3 and playing it around launch, I have not watched the trailers.
We have no reading. Can you confirm?
Yes, I know about
something is over. Foxtown 4, do you have visual?
What the fuck does that even mean? Oh, cause fucking James, is that why?
I don't know, man. No one ever explained it. No one uses the words.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that makes any sense.
Like I know that Angry Joe mentioned like the Jersey Shore vacation. People were afraid about Jersey Shore vacation. But Mass Effect. What does that mean?
The only thing that makes sense to me is maybe they're talking about James and how he's voiced by Freddie Prinze Jr., but that's it.
It's gonna be more about like the idea of how it would be characters would be written or something.
I don't know.
They just dub the fear of Jersey Shore vacation in Mass Effect.
That's my first hearing of it.
Okay, why couldn't the Reapers go to a more technologically advanced planet?
I mean, they're striking everywhere at once simultaneously. It's not exclusive to Earth. What?
Is that Effing Amanda? Or her name was?
That's Ashley.
I like that. What you doing here?
Yeah, but they really like Ashley.
Don't worry, I know the favoritism for Ashley. Don't you worry about that.
Yup. Like, bro, do you know about the fucking, like, the Shepard's dream sequences? Like, if you fucking, like, let Caden die, he barely has a voice in the dream sequence. But if you let Ashley die, she's over here taunting you in the dream sequence.
Listen, man. I played with Ashley dead. My brother picked freaking Caden dead. And the fact that, hey, what's a gift object for Caden? Alcohol. What does Ashley get? Like 5 billion different gifts. So I'm like, I'm noticing favoritism with the devs here.
Yup, that too. I'm
noticing favoritism. Or the Ashley ghost. Which my I don't know if I was a bug or not.
No, that's legitimate, yeah.
But Caden gets nothing.
Mm-hmm.
The favoritism. She killed Rex. It's funny. It's funny seeing someone who's talked to on Twitter who kept being like, "Why does everyone say she killed Rex? What the F did y'all do?"
I know, right? Like, huh? Y'all didn't defuse the situation?
Like, that person was Ashley's biggest supporter in Garry's Go Time. Like, why people hate Ashley? Because she killed Rex. Like, what did you do?
That's only if you picked the wrong option.
That's the thing. When I played Mass Effect 1, I knew nothing about dialogue, so I thought Renegade and Paragon was like freaking hero or villain. But only after Rex died, my sister told me, "Oh, actually, it's a cop out answer. Just immediately ends conversation. Like, why did you say that earlier?" Rex died.
God damn it!
Jokes on her. She got us on the Mass Effect 2 cast. I'll die painfully. Due to my apathy. I love telling people this story. I love telling people a story about how the Mass Effect 2 cast all died painfully due to my apathy. Grunt is a statistical anomaly. That boy show died. Somehow he lived. Literally makes no sense.
What's
up,
Fire
Internet?
Emblem. I remember this. You showed me this before.
No, this specific trailer.
Oh.
You're ready for cringe.
Okay.
Not the game, the voiceover.
Oh, okay.
What's up, Internet? #1 Fortuna Entertainment fan, DJ Master Seal, now in session. Now, today we're talking about slaying fools like your life depends on it. And as always, this episode is powered by Topic. I'm hearing some weird stuff, people. Rumblings through the entertainment world about missing artists and some kind of dark force from another dimension. I know, at first I wasn't having it either, but stay woke, people. This stuff is real. They're telling me
like a
these
GameStop
things are
commercial.
called mirages. I don't know if they're demons or just people with a hang-up or what, but they will find you and they will literally suck the artistic mojo out of you. I'm serious, dude. And I got friends who are neck deep in this mess. I'm talking about my boy Itsuki, my girl Tsubasa, and shout out to Toma too. These high school kids just got their feet wet at Fortuna Entertainment. You know, the famous production company. Anyway, I hear that Fortuna CEO Maiko Shimazaki has already taken a personal interest in them. But what are they up to? What I'm hearing is that Fortuna is covering up something big. They're working with the best in the biz, called Mirage Masters, to quite literally slay these evil mirages. And you know, DJ Master Seal likes to slay. Turns out Mirage Masters can somehow tap into their natural creative potential, called Performa. Meanwhile, they're exploring some kind of dark, alternate version of Tokyo, slaying mirages to rack up major bills, and hoarding some sick items. Now these are creative types, so in action, combat is tight and fresh, and they gotta constantly mix up their strategies to stay on top of their game. Every Mirage Master has elemental strengths and weaknesses tied to the weapons they equip, and even their weapons have some kind of weapon triangle system where one type trumps another. So if you find yourself under attack, remember this. Moves can be planned in advance using the action bar, which displays the upcoming turns of enemies and allies. Keep an eye on your enemy's stats too. That way you can pick the perfect moment to attack, or show off one of your mad skills.
Okay, do y'all mean the OST?
Exploit an enemy's weakness with one of your skills, and you may be able to initiate a session attack, a sort of jam session between you and your allies, who will perform follow-up attacks. These things can get pretty savage. Watch out though. Enemy mirages will take advantage of your weaknesses too, by engaging in their own session attacks. Ooh. Ouch, man. Try using skills that hit multiple enemies to whittle down the path. It may just save your life. But get this, while using a skill, an ally may flow into an ad-lib performance. Each one is triggered by specific skill conditions, and sees the performers nailing a powerful attack once activated. If that's not enough, consider putting on a special performance. These souped-up skills use the SP gauge, which fill up as you perform actions or chain together session attacks. Oh man, wicked! You want moves like that? Then stick with your boy DJ Master Seal, because in my next episode, I'm going high-key on mirages and how to master them. But first, a word from our sponsor.
I must pause for a second to highlight something. You see how this animation in the game?
Yeah.
The actual swimsuit as animation cannot be used in the English version, but they kept it for this animation for some reason.
Of course.
It's just a weird thing. It's like, why would you keep that if you literally remove the outfit from the English version?
Oof.
Did you like the cringe?
I felt like I just ran on a treadmill. Yeah, this was when it was still on Turtle Rock before Valve got it, like, fully. So this was 2006, like, developmental footage.
Your realized dreams.
Yep. Yeah, true. No, a little bit that I did play before stuff. I was actually enjoying Belgrade thus far. So, you know.
Arctics is away. Godspeed.
Is anyone receiving this? We've lost contact. Anomaly readings all across space.
I have no idea. I guess so. I mean, Andromeda is set 600 years in the future, so it's its own section.
No, I mean, like, if you're doing focusing on the what? Characters no more?
Guess not. It's gonna be so divisive, like, when we hear more if we hear more details, because, like, then that means the fucking Renegade Destroy ending is canon.
You mean the one people already believe it can't to begin with?
Yeah. Yeah. Infamous.
I remember in school people kept trying to swear in their life that's pronounced infamous.
I've never heard of that saying.
Such a read.
Do I want them to love me or fear me?
I got big news tonight. I finally learned the identity of the terrorist. This is Cole McGrath, terrorist. It's time for his reign of terror to end.
Is this what my powers are gonna do to me? A warped body and twisted mind? Is that my future?
You'll never control it, Cole. It controls you.
In a place with no law, the strong take what they want, and the weak are their slaves. And no one is stronger than me. No going back. The gift of these powers will be my burden until the day I die.
See how crazy it is that Sucker Punch this time in their company were able to make such good and cinematic looking trailers. Meanwhile, the actual in-game cutscenes look like ass.
Oh,
like
that's a shame.
Because the actual in-game cutscenes, like you can tell they don't know how to make cutscenes. So the cutscenes are just characters just awkwardly standing around with these very stiff-looking animations. Like basically, I'm not sugarcoat it. Take how my SFM videos look and how stiff they look. That's how stiff the cutscenes in Infamous look.
Oh.
Like they cutscenes are stiff as hell and do not look good. It wasn't until Infamous 2 where they got support from Naughty Dog, where they were able to make way more beautiful looking cutscenes.
Yep. That was PlayStation.
So the development history of this game is one where the developers were getting screwed over by literally everyone but themselves.
Oof.
The dev team were doing their job just fine, but everyone else kept basically ruining it for them. Like, one, the inevitable Smash Bros. Comparisons that you obviously can't get away from. Two, the fact that the developers could not pick the roster, and they couldn't pick the version of the characters they wanted. So you saw how Heihachi is young, you saw Dante, and you saw Raiden.
Because they weren't given the option to change it.
They had to use the newest version of the characters to cross-promote recent titles. So Heihachi looks young because of freaking Street Fighter Cross Tekken, Raiden because of Metal Gear Rising, and Dante because of the reboot Devil May Cry game. These are not the version of the characters the developers want to use, but they had to because they had to be a cross promotion for the newest titles. It's also why Spike in there from Ape Escape is also designed after his most recent version, which I believe was Millie the Monkey, which was an entry that never came out in America. So American Spike looks radically different compared to how he looked in like the last time we saw him in Ape Escape 3. So there's stuff like that. Also the fact that people say this game financially failed. No, it actually sold very well. But the fact that Sony basically finagled out of their deal, which was, hey, you sell a certain amount of copies, well, you get a sequel. And then Sony said, actually, no, we're just shutting this down. F you.
Amazing.
To the point where they couldn't even finish all their DLC characters. Which sucks, because the last DLC character they're going to make was a character from Legend Dragoon, but they never got to make him. And I'm sitting here like, why is Sony always the biggest enemy in Legend Dragoon, I swear?
Herder, a Web of Shadows. I loved Web of Shadows.
And also I'm shocked that back in 2008 they actually uploaded a 60 FPS trailer.
Huh.
When that 60 FPS updated YouTube happened, I was shocked to learn this thing.
What has become of my city?
I bet you none of the computers at that
What has
time could
become
even
of
run
its
it.
heroes? Its villains.
I bet you none of the computers at that time could even run 60 FPS like video on YouTube.
How do I turn back the darkness?
You could have because YouTube did not allow 60 FPS.
And there you go.
Like you can upload a 60 FPS back in the day, but YouTube would never.
Without losing myself to it.
Ah, so they were ahead of the game.
If I go against everything I stand for.
Oh.
Well, please don't tell me one of those people who thinks 60 FPS
Will it be enough?
is a thing.
No, I'm just saying, like, YouTube was late to the fucking game.
Yeah. think it's like every places everywhere related to the game are actually showing like 60 FPS footage, 60 FPS footage. It's only capped at like movie quality settings.
Yeah. Or am I already too late?
I like we're talking about 60 FPS like actually. So 60 FPS setting came out. People went nuts highlighting.
Yeah.
So I was shocked to learn that this trailer at the time was up at 60 FPS.
Yeah.
You're able to see the freaking visual difference. Yes. Regardless.
But yeah, this whole trailer was a mood. I loved Web of Shadows. I played the shit out of that game.
Also, so much hate is given to Peter's voice actor in this game.
Nah, he did a good job. At least I believe so.
So many people hate his voice and find him annoying. I remember YouTube reviews even back then were complaining about the fact that how he sounds. They just find him annoying.
That's a shame. He tried his best.
Yeah. I mean, you could tell the fact that, freaking, they were basically under, like, issues of trying to have them to rush out this game.
Yeah.
So it's just a weird thing, and now you can't play it anymore due to licensing.
Yep. You can't even emulate it because, like, the fucking emulation doesn't go past the intro. It just hard crashes.
Yeah, you gotta find either actual play on hardware or get them totally legit legal PC copies.
Yeah.
Also, try to see the one enemy that bugs down this trailer that's what people don't know about.
Oh?
See his enemy right here?
Yeah. Uh-oh.
That mofo bugs the F out after that hit.
Not the fucking Gmod ragdoll. Oh my god.